Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Pisces reading. I have laid out the cards in a simple full moon spread, but I will be building upon this reading and to create an extended reading. So if this reading resonates with you, please consider joining me at the link in the description box below. And let's get started, Aquarius, with your overall energy for the full moon in Pisces, the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is about your desire to plan and build something procedurally. You are executing a plan. You are following the procedure in order to build something of value to you. This is something long-lasting, something that is taking time. You're not rushing this planning. This is, as is often noted, the only knight who appears to be standing still. And part of that is that you are in no hurry. This is resonant with the astrological signature of the full moon in Pisces. This is not the time to rush ahead. This is the time to hold on, to stay in the moment, to appreciate the details of the steps and actions you're taking to make sure that you're getting it right. That is critical to you, and it is critical to the success of this particular mission you're on. You may be observing how others have done something similar in a successful way that you would like to emulate or learn things from or about. You may be getting a lot of support and advisement from others regarding the best way for you to proceed. Whatever it is, it's a time for you to take information in, to consider, to review, to make sure every aspect of your efforts is done in full alignment with your vision. In the position of the moon, we have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is very much about you moving away, exploring or discovering the possibilities of having more voice, more visibility in another scenario. You're moving away from perhaps an ill-managed and unstructured environment that you are attempting to bring order and structure to. In this more chaotic space, there were a lot of ideas that were underdeveloped, and you have a great desire to take many of the tools that you've experienced in this current situation with you to create something of greater significance to you, something that will allow you a certain measure of peace and acceptance with this experience, which has been tumultuous, choppy, chaotic, and uneven. In the position of the sun, you have the Fool. The Fool, of course, is about a certain kind of liberation. This is a new start. This is you apparently in preparation for this new start. And the Fool is this energy of having so much faith and belief in your own abilities, in your own experiences, and your ability to learn from those experiences that you are empowered to move forward without an understanding or knowing where this journey will lead you. You're clearly taking all the right steps to structure this in a way that will create something permanent and long-lasting, something available to many people, something of great value. But you are really surrendering your experiences from the past. You're surrendering what feels like a chaotic situation, an uneven and unsupportive environment to move on in a way, perhaps on your own. You're striking out, but you're building something in a way that resonates with your purpose, your mission, something you believe you were built for, you were made for, and you now have gathered the confidence, the self-regard, the self-respect, and the faith and belief in yourself that you feel empowered to move forward, interestingly, as an innocent, trusting in the universe, which is the same as trusting in your experience. In the present, we have the Ten of Swords. This is really a beginning to tell a story about your utter surrender and release. You're taking lessons, you're taking notes around the things that you've learned, the things you've released, the failures or disappointments that you no longer serve you, that you recognize don't help you. You're releasing those acquaintances, those relationships or situations where you were exploited, taken advantage of, undermined in some way that you now recognize you have a choice. You've taken responsibility for that, so you now are being responsible to yourself rather than to the needs of others. That doesn't mean that others are out of your life, that you don't consider their needs. What it means is you now privilege your desires over the desires of others. You have expectations of yourself now in a way that you perhaps were managed by the expectations of others, and they have betrayed you, they have undone you. So this is a transition. Tens are always that. And you recognize that this is part of a larger surrender. You are taking notes. You're absolutely taking responsibility for the things that didn't work. You're looking at the details and why certain things didn't work and what on your part contributed to that. In the past, the Empress. The Empress is where you emerged in your power. You opened up the possibilities, the creative opportunities, the abundance that is your birthright. This is you as you are exploring other models. You have learned that nature is the greatest creator of all, is the greatest builder. And you are mimicking the ways in which there is no waste, there is no loss. This is part of giving you the strength, the personal power and perseverance, the self-love and self-regard to go through and really finally surrender these situations that failed, that did not work. Understanding that it isn't about doing the wrong or the right thing as much as it is believing in your ability to do what you need to do, to pursue your desires, knowing that your desires, trusting in the generosity, the power, the abundance of your desires. You are generating new ideas like mad, and this has prepared you for the ability to release and surrender what's in your world now, and to possibly move into this new direction, this new start. In the future, we have the Nine of Swords. And this is, again, a deeper sense that you have surrendered to the suffering and pain, the emotions and feelings that your ideas had on your experience of failure and disappointment. You are giving in to the suffering. You're recognizing how you built yourself as a victim in a way that does not reflect your capacity. This is you experiencing that sense of victimhood as you retrace your experiences in an environment that was chaotic, where you felt invisible, where you felt unheard, and where at this time you are exhausted from that sense that everyone else gets the goodies And also that it's everyone else's fault why things haven't worked. You're tired of blaming others. You're tired of experiencing betrayal, hurt, suffering as a result of things that other people did, that you let other people do to you. So this doesn't mean that you haven't suffered real oppression, real betrayal, or real heartbreak. But it does mean that you are aware that you have given your power away in significant instances where you, in fact, are the powerful one. You're the one who generates love, who not only gives love, but receives it, knows how to receive the rewards of your efforts, does not give away love without an expectation of its return, but knows any relationship worth cultivating is this balance, this harmony, this equal give and take, this way in which resources are shared and enjoyed equitably. So this does feel like a time for some really readjusting your beliefs about who you are and your beliefs about your capacity. Now that in some ways you've seen the light, you've stepped into your power, and you're reviewing the ways in which you've given your powers away in the past. Thus, you are proceeding very cautiously at this time. I'm going to clarify the Ten of Swords in your present with the Seven of Coins and the World card. The Seven of Coins goes along quite beautifully with the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is really this part of you that is taking note, that is creating a step-by-step procedure to evaluating what you've earned and what you receive as a result. How you're seeding your project, how you're seeding what you have planned moving forward in order to receive and maximize the return. It's also this conviction that you're on your path. You know that this is your purpose. You've worked hard and you are attaching yourself to the way that your sense of mission is being translated into the material world. Are you receiving the rewards for the efforts you make? Are your efforts worthy of the reward that you receive? And how can you maximize that in order to work as part of a team? And that's where you're coming from. You were part of the team, and you're now closing out that experience. You're at the end of an achievement, at the end of a journey. You have and are perhaps receiving the rewards for that. This feels like a kind of happy surrender, a kind of positive release for you. You've finished up a project, a job, an exploration, an effort that has come to its natural close. You may be unsure about the rewards of that. You may have mixed feelings about the success of that. Whatever it is, you're now gaining closure. You're giving yourself the closure that you need as you are recognizing that you're preparing yourself for the next step in the journey. So this preparation doesn't always come neatly closed up, neatly wrapped up for us. We don't always get the apologies or the rewards we think we've earned, but we can give it to ourselves by recognizing that whatever it is, it's over. It's done. It's dusted. You've figured it out. You've looked at it. You've taken responsibility for what didn't work. And despite the pain and suffering you may still feel as the result of these experiences or this lack of faith or belief in you by others, you're still ready to move on. And in many ways, that's what's important. As you move on, it is important that you forgive yourself, that you do not beat yourself up with your mistakes. You do not mourn or regret the efforts you made, understanding that those relationships that are meant for you are have served you in some way, whether you realize it or not. Even the betrayals were opportunities for you to learn things, but releasing the sense of victimhood and stepping into this powerful place where you are is really the way that you are carefully proceeding forward to this new beginning. I'm going to read a divine crystal for you, Oracle, and hope that you've enjoyed this reading. If so, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I will be developing an extended reading from this, so if this is resonating, please join me there in the description box link below. So this is a Chattagite, and the key word is teacher. I have the divine wisdom of the universe within me, and I openly share it with the world. And I'm also going to pull a soul's journey card for extra support in your meditations, and I pulled surrender. I can release my need to control. So beautiful. Thank you for your time, Aquarius. Until next time, namaste.